Alright, so here's a game I was actually talking about recently in a different video, and I just kind of wanted to play it. I haven't played it in a little bit. It's called Einhänder. It's by Square, it's for the PS1, it's a shmup. And it's really, really good. It's been a bit since I played, so I can't remember, like, everything about it. But I'm just gonna kind of, like, chill on it for, like, 20 minutes and just kind of shoot away at stuff. It's good. It's a really, really good game. It kind of came out, like, around the same time, I think, as, like, Final Fantasy VII, so, like, people are focusing on that with Square. But, if you like shmups, like, this is, like, a must-play. This is, like, just by and far, like, one of the best. I just gotta, like, remember, like, all the controls and whatnot for a little bit. And we'll see kind of, like, where we go here. We got ourselves a nice little secondary weapon, and this game can be really, really difficult, like most shmups. It's just kind of the thing with them. Very much for you, like, always, like, trial and error and whatnot, but I love this genre. I tend to play mainly games in this genre from, like, the 16-bit era. I love stuff like Thunder Force and, like, Musha. I was actually introduced to a not PS1, a NES one called Rekka that I really enjoyed. Stuff like that, but I really do like this genre quite a bit. There's, like, even one on Game Boy that Nintendo did that I remember liking quite a bit. I can't remember the name of it, though. But regardless, I just really like this genre. And, like, you know, offshoot kind of genres, too, like Bullet Hells and whatnot. But something about this game, and just, like, its production values, and just kind of, like, just how everything feels in this game is so good. That, to me, this one kind of, like, stands up and, like, just kind of, like, ahead of, like, a lot of the rest of them. It's so fun. Although, I've never been good at this one. At all. Now, okay, so I figured out how to change my sub-weapons. Oh, right, circle moves, like, where the cannon is. Okay. Slowly but surely, this is coming back. And we're dead. Right. Okay. That's fine. As long as I, like, start remembering, like, how to play, I'm content. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, how people, like, feel about shmups these days. I still love them, and, like, I will still actively play them. Like, no problem. There's actually one I've been, booting up my PSP for, like, over, like, the last, couple of months to play here and there, which is Platypus. Which is, like, a claymation shmup. That one's really cool. I'm not sure if that one's, like, really well regarded or not. Probably not. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's, like, a well-known one. But I like it. Oof. And then I got, like, this, what is it? Toho game for PS4. I can't remember the name, but it was, like, this big deluxe edition I bought, and it looks really, really fun. I've had it for, like, a year and a half, 2 years. I just haven't played it yet. Maybe I'll do a video on that, or, like, a stream on that. Come to think of it. Maybe I'll also get good at this game by the end of the video. Probably not. Alright. I think, like, one of the trickiest things about, like, any game like this, though, is figuring out, like, your hitbox. Figuring out, like, what's gonna hit you, what's not gonna hit you, like, how your movement feels. So I just gotta kind of, like, get back into that groove, and then gradually, as I get used to that, I'll do better and better. Like so. Lovely. Then I'll probably die to a super common enemy, and try to play it off like intentional. Yeah. Cool, man. Sweet, we got the Vulcan. I remember, like, streaming this, like, a year and a half ago for a couple of hours. I didn't get very far. It's tough. It's tricky. It's a tricky little game. But my lord, is it fun. But, this kind of, like, goes into, racing games to me, right? Like, I love racing games a lot because it's really cool seeing such a basic concept and, like, such, like, just a concept that's kind of by the numbers now. Like, you know exactly what to expect and, like, how each developer makes their game kind of stand out. It's the same thing for a shmup, right? You have your weapons, your sub-weapons, you're either going vertically or horizontally on the same plane. How are the developers going to use that concept and make it very unique? Or make it stand out from the rest? And to me, that's like one of the coolest bits about this genre. And why I always try and play as many games in this kind of genre that I can. Like, what are developers going to really do to make it stand out? And like, for this game, right? This game stands out because of its production values and just like how cool everything is. And just like a lot of like how the sub-weapon systems work, from putting on top of the ship to the bottom of the ship, things like that. It's just like little minor things. And the fact that it's Square, right? You know, it's a Square PS1 game. This almost feels like it is a Final Fantasy game, but done like shmup style. I mean, just like, look at this, right? Just look at this enemy. Like, I could buy this being in Final Fantasy VII. Like, we have, like, premium, like, 1997 or, like, 1998, whatever year this game came out. Like, just, like, Square quality this. It's fun. You know what I like, too, so far about it? At least for, like, this first level. Like, it's not that punishingly difficult, yet you can still die very easily. And, like, sure, I've done this before, but it's been a bit. Like, I don't remember, like, any of these patterns or anything like that. Yet, like, I'm still able to kind of, like, do this on my first shot without a ton of difficulty right now. Which, for me, is super appreciated. Because I don't feel like I'm punished right now for not knowing what's coming up. I feel like I'm rewarded for having quick reactions and responding to situations well. I think it's kind of a thing like a lot of that happens like in a lot of shmups, not all of them, but like a lot of shmups, like you're kind of expected to like play through multiple times, know exactly what's about to hit you. And mind you, this game could do that too. I can't remember. At least that first level, like I was able to do it. I only died 3 times, got a quick continue, but like a lot of those deaths were just kind of my fault. And honestly, it kind of feels good to, like, not have to, like, blame the game for, like, you know, having some random thing just kind of happen to you that you could never prep for. Because I don't mind dying in a game, like, if I feel like it's my fault. I just hate dying in a game when I feel like I couldn't have really done much to avoid it, and I didn't really learn much out of it. Or learn much from it. Yeah, so far this is really good. This is really, really good. I may have the audio too low in the video though, which, you know, it happens, but just everything about the design visually and like audio-wise is so fun. I remember this. Okay, I distinctly remember this. Oof. Yeah, they already telegraphed that to me. I should not have fallen for that. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. PS1 though has so many just kind of like I shouldn't say hidden gems, but like just forgotten gems. I feel like, because I think like within like the shmup communities and whatnot, like people remember this game. People like know it's a really good game. But I kind of feel like it's one that just kind of gets forgotten about a lot. Until someone brings it up and people are like, oh yeah, that was a good game, wasn't it? To me, that's like how it feels sometimes. How do I... Okay. I feel like there was a way to shoot under me. I just can't remember how, or I just had to like kind of play footsies there. I think I just had to play footsies there, actually. Okay. But yeah, I feel like this game's not necessarily it's forgotten, but like not forgotten because it's bad, or just forgotten because, you know, it's a relic of its time. I just feel like it's, I don't know. I don't know like how to word it. Because it's definitely not underappreciated too. Like this game's so well loved. But I feel like when you think of like PS1 games and PS1 classics, like this is not a game that like really comes to your mind right away. So I think like, you know, like when you're discussing like, you know, PS1 classics, people are kind of like Symphony of the Night, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy IX. You know? So you have like all these other really, really cool games that kind of just don't really get mentioned by a lot of people, like when you talk about it. Which I get too. Because PS1's like library is like so loaded. Whew, I'm getting destroyed. I'm getting destroyed and my commentary right now is suffering. My god. It's really tough to like come up with like coherent sentences and like good thoughts when you can barely keep control of stuff here. My brain like actively slows down like when I record videos for certain games, and this is one of those kind of games, one of those kind of genres. Another example recently would have been my pinball video. Like you can sometimes just tell like the gears of my brain are slowing down in terms of talking. Because it's really, really tough to kind of do stuff like this and talk at the same time, and oh my god, my brain can only do so much. But that's alright. Basically, this game's really, really fun. And totally worth playing. Although, if you want to buy a legitimate copy of it, I believe this game's, like, actually super expensive. This is, like, I think this is, like, one of those games that's gonna cost you, like, an arm and a leg. Which, like, retro game pricing now is just kind of stupid to me. Because I remember probably the early 2000s, probably like 2002, 2003, like you could still get like NES stuff and whatnot, like in local EV games around here and GameStops and whatnot. Yeah, I think actually maybe more like 2001. And like you could buy like any cartridge you wanted for $5 or under, basically. Like I have a copy of Metroid that still has like a $1.99 sticker on it. Stuff like that, like, no, like, old retro game costs much money. I remember I got, like, a brand new, like, in-box copy of No Mercy, like, in 03 or 04 at, like, GameStop for, like, $6, $7. But, like, nowadays, like, just, like, old cartridge-based games are so expensive. And, like, I would love to collect retro stuff, right? Because I love retro games. Like, I love my 16-bit era, my 8-bit era, PS1 era so much. Too pricey. To like get like a legitimately great collection going. Like I do have a collection like from like my childhood. Like I do have like several hundred like old 8-bit, 16-bit, and like just like PS1 games and whatnot. Like in my like, I already own this section, but to buy new ones, ugh. No thanks. As much as I would love to collect for the PS1 right now. As it stands right now, like, the oldest I'll collect for is, PS3, because PS3 stuff's, like, dirt cheap right now. And I expect that to kind of, like, skyrocket, like, in the next few years. Which is super unfortunate. Because my big thing with collecting, too, is when I start collecting for a console or collect for PC, like, certain genres or whatnot, because I'll do that on PC as well, like, I'll buy, like, a bunch of, like, digital games, like, in certain genres. I tend to go a little bit hard with it, and, like, I tend to spend an irresponsible amount of money just to get, like, everything I want. And I try and do it, like, within a year. Like, my Wii U collection, I bought an entire North American complete set within, like, a year. My PS3 collection, in the year 2019 alone, I decided to collect for that console, so I bought like 80-some-odd physical games already this year. And I plan on having like 120 by year's end. Like, I go a little bit hard with it, to say the least. But, like, I just love having, like, a big collection. Same thing with, like, movies as well. Like, when I get, like, into a movie collecting mood, I buy everything I can get my hands on for, like, whatever kind of, like, subgenre I'm feeling. So if I'm like, I want to start collecting some ghost movies, I'll buy a bunch of ghost movies. If I'm like, oh, it's slasher month, time to buy like 60 some odd slashers. Oof, I'm not making any progress right now. Holy crap, I've made none. Whew. Let's give this like one more continue. I'm just stuck here. Yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of my thing. Like, when I want to collect, I go very hard with that collecting for about a full year. It's 1 year, usually. So, like, every year I'm collecting something different. I was collecting figures, I think, 4 years ago. 3 years... What was I collecting 3 years ago? Oh, damn, I forgot what I was getting 3 years ago. I honestly can't remember. To save my life what I was getting 3 years ago. 2 years ago was the Wii U. This last year has been PS3. I know like 10 years ago was PSP I was collecting heavily for. A little bit over 10 years ago I was collecting bobbleheads. Ah, there's our boss. There we go. Okay. No, thank you, sir. Oh, God, he got me. Okay. So I gotta go over to the right, go under him. Okay. This is fine. This could be tough, but it's fine. Oof. Got me. Alright, so when you also start doing, like, the wiggle waggle, I need to also go up. Okay. That's, like, all telegraphed really easily and really well. These deaths are on me. I'm being a dummy. Whoa, that's a different pattern. That was not telegraphed well. Okay. Feels bad. Is it going to continue with me at the boss, or is it going to put me back at the start? Okay, back at the boss. Whoa, belly flap. I thought he wiggle-woggled first. So remember, like, that first, like, level, I was like, at least this game's telegraphing it right, and I feel like I'm dying for good, by, you know, my own fault. Some of this doesn't feel telegraphed well right now. This boss does not feel right. I think I had the same problem when I streamed this game last year, too. I think it was a very, very similar problem. I thought when he does that, that means he's gonna jump up to the left. God damn it. Oh my god. Oh, feels bad. Some of this is not being telegraphed well to me. Up. Over. There we go. Whew. Phase 2. So that's... Okay, that was telegraphed well enough. Okay. Got him. Is it 3-phase? It's 3-phase. Okay. Is he gone? Still not done. Ooh, this thing does not give up. Okay, I think it's done. I think we're good. Or was that just a mid-boss? That might have just been a mid-boss. Oh, God. I think we're good? I think we're good. This game is really fun, though. I just wish, like, some of, like, that last boss is telegraphed a little bit better to me. But, like, everything else so far, this game's been really masterclass. So good. So damn good. But I do like the movement the most in this game, I think. It's so snappy. Like, everything about this movement feels, like, super natural. Which I can appreciate quite a bit. Okay, what do we got, game? Okay, I remember this now, too. Oh, yeah, I remember this boss. Okay. Alright. If I recall correctly, this boss and I are not friends. I believe I gotta destroy all the limbs of it. Yep. Yep, okay. Yeah, we gotta destroy the top and the bottom, which will really help me get the center. Okay. I remember this being really difficult, though. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. That's gone. No, I wanted the hedgehog. Damn it. That's a much better attempt, though. Okay. Please give me another Vulcan. I really need the Vulcan. Yep, thank you. Woo. Oh my god. I just, like, don't want to risk things right now. Of course, and I die once I say that. Oh, man. It's a good boss, though. This is a fun boss. Oh, man. It's just a tough boss. So I got a bunch of free hits here. Oh god. Oh man. I'm not sure if I should like focus on like one piece at a time. Or if I should keep swapping like I have been, but just get the movement down a little bit better. Tough to say. They should get that out. Get this out. We got this out. Get more Vulcan. Get that. Get this gone. Get that gone. Hit you. Is he dead? Oh, I got him? Oh, wow. That was quick. Alright. Not bad. Took a few tries, but not bad. That is, like, actually, like, a really, really fun boss, too.
Artificial satellite space is monitored ahead. Based on high energy reaction, it is assumed to be an enemy supply base. The rear gate is closed down.
I feel like that's kind of like a good impression of, like, Einhänder here. I feel like that's kind of like a good video stopping point. It's so fun, though. Like, this is, like, one of those, like, PS1 games that, like, if you've never played it and you have, like, any appreciation for, like, shmups, you should probably give it a shot, because it's so smooth. I know my commentary of this video, by the way, was, like, pretty off. But look, it's tough. It is very tough commentating and doing a game like this. So I probably said, like, a lot of stuff where I'd be like, why'd I even say that? That's fine. But you know what? I got to share this game, and this game's so fun. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it here. Once we die, I'll call it. But yeah, great game. I don't know if they have this, like, on PSN or not. I wonder if they ever did put this on PSN. I feel like they must have. It's a Square game. I mean, Square loves their money. There we go. Oh boy. Everything's, like, so quiet. But again, just, like, even, like, if they release this game today, like, even, like, with these kind of graphics, I'd still say this is, like, a very, like, nice-looking game. For some reason to me, like, this kind of, like, art, and, like, this kind of, like, everything just clicks with me. Oh, hi. Oh, yeah, I'm not surviving this thing. Yep, I'm dead. I'm cool with that. Let's call it there. Before we get, like, too addicted. But yeah, Einhänder, it's a great game. Sorry the commentary's a little bit off, but this game is very tough to commentate and play at the same time. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a good day, and toodles.